Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 9. We will present our project about currency exchange prediction rate. Firstly, let me introduce our group members where we have Mohamad Iman Zulhakim bin Mohamad Zulkhori, Mohamad Tahfizzudeen bin Mohamad Hanapi, Norshazlyn Idayu binti Zaidi, Noor Aisyah Hanum binti Mohamad Hisyam, and Puteri Damia binti Sham. Here is our interface for our project. For reference converter, or 1 USD dollar is equals to 4.45 Malaysian ringgit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Puteri Damia binti Sham with metric number 288622. So on our interface here, we have to select time to display our graph. Okay, so when we click one of these buttons from 1 day to 1 month, when we click the 1 day, here is our title, Group 9 MYR USD currency exchange rate. And this is what our graph will be displayed, which is our currency within 1 day. So for the 5 days, okay, this is our predicted rate on our currency. And also this is for our 10 days on the paragraph. And this is for the currency predicted rate within 1 month. Okay, on the Y level here, we have the predicted rate. And on the X level here, we have our date. Here we have the predicted rate on our right of the interface. And this is the reset button to reset back to the 1 day. So in our code, this is to define our plot of the paragraph. Here we have the size of our figure, and this is to display our title. This is to plot the date on our x-axis, and this is also the predicted rate on the y-axis. And this is to read the data from the column and print it.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Norshazlyn Idayu Binti Zaidi with metric number 287969. We present about the currency exchange predicted rate. As we can see at the right of our interface, it will display predicted rate based on selected time. For example, when we click button 1 day, it will display prediction currency exchange rate for 1 day. When we click button 5 day, it will display prediction currency exchange rate for 5 day. When we click button 10 day, it will display prediction currency exchange rate for 10 days. And when we click button 1 month, it will display prediction currency exchange rate for 1 month. For the coding part, we import train test split from sklearn model selection to split array into random train and test. Sklearn also will be used for predictive data analysis. Code in line 48 will split the data into train for 80% and test for 20%. We use decision tree regressor to observe features of an object and trains a model in the structure of a tree. It will predict data in the future to produce meaningful continuous output. For line 57 and 58 is used to create the model of sklearn. For the user who want to check for the next time selection, they need to click reset button first in order to reset the data in the code, which are at the line 127 to 129 in the coding.
Assalamualaikum and a good day to Dr. Hazlina and friends. My name is Noor Aisyah binti Mohamad Hisyam and my matrix number is 288184. I will be presenting the heat map button with the graph. So now let's start with the button on the interface here. So when I click the button heat map, it will display the currency exchange rate heat map. So how does the color affects here? Each square shows the correlation between the variable on each axis. So here, the larger the number and also darker the color, the higher the correlation between two variables here. So the brighter the color shows, the lower the possibility it occurs. The method is being used in this interface here in the code to create the heat map is by using the Seaborn heat map. And also it will print as a pairwise correlation. After that, this OHLC, which are the open high low close data in the heat map, can be found from the Excel file that contains the data currency exchange rate.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Iman Zulhakim bin Mohamad Zulkhori, matrix number 288430. I'm going to present briefly on the coding of our intelligence system, currency exchange rate prediction. So this part over here is the import part where we import things such as Tkinter, label, matplotlib, pandas, Seaborn that we were going to use throughout our coding. So this part over here is the import part. And I'm just going to explain briefly. So here is the, as the comment said, this is where we set the theme for our seaborn. From previous presenter, we can see the graph. That is the seaborn theme. So the theme we use is dark grid, and this is the command or the function used from the Python, which is plt.style.use seaborn dash dark grid. And this here is the coding where we import the data using pandas. This is our data set, and this one is just displaying the last 5 data of our coding, 5 data set. So when we run, so here is the last 5 data. Then this here is the coding for the date column. When from the data set we will we will get the date column, and here is the close column. Then here we take the data set and assign the open, high, and low to the x and close to y. So over here is briefly is the prediction part of our coding. So there is, I think it's been explained by other presenter, because this here is for the predicted rate part, and here is where it will come up on the GUI part on the right side, the predicted rate. I think Damia already explained this part, this plot, and heat map. I think Aisyah already explained the heat map part. So here the on-click button, it will clear. It's nothing, just clearing the predicted rate. Where on the right side we have the reset button right over there. So when we click the reset button, it will just print this predicted rate. Next, this is the definition for my click. So it will display on the right side of our GUI. Then we go into the plot and give the end value and we plot there. So we plot based on the days that we choose on the GUI, whether it 1 day, 5 day, or something 4 and 10 days and 1 month. It will return the value here. We'll see down below the coding part. And this is just assigning the label so that it can display on the GUI. Over here is we import PIL for image decay and image, and this is just creating the root so that we get the window canvas to our windows height and width. This one is to resize the background image, and we get the image from our we open the image so that we can resize it and put it in the GUI background. Here is the title for the window, the geometry, the width and length. All of this is the part where we open the picture for our GUI button and everything. Then here is the part where we place this. My click is when we click the button, we will go to the function my click, and here it plays. This is the coordinate where we place the button on the GUI. Okay. Similar with this down below where the label. We create the label, assign an image to it, and place it on the GUI. So lastly, this is just loop the system so that the coding so the GUI can run. So that's all from me. Thank you.